Hello everybody, this is Ken Rock, and today we'll be looking at a guy who is pretty smart. He's got his PhD and all that.
You're wrong.
Oh, come on, man. Ken, you don't have to put yourself down like that. I mean, I'm sure you have some redeeming qualities at all.
You're wrong.
Well, I mean, he at least has an interesting way of looking at things.
You're wrong.
Yes, people, this is in fact going to be another Kent video.
36. The German Supreme Court declared Jews are not persons.
I believe the word you're looking for is people.
That was the decision that opened the way for Jews to be murdered. After all, they're not a person, so you can't be guilty of murder when you kill one. I've been to Germany 3 times. I read lots of books about Hitler and the Holocaust just to keep my blood boiling. Hitler did what he did because of his belief in evolution.
I mean, did he? I mean, I know that was his excuse, but people generally give excuses when they just hate. It's not always so much as they have a reason, so much as they adopt the reason in order to justify. Yes, there's a difference between using something to justify and having a reason that is to justify. I know they sound pretty similar, but they're not.
He thought he was helping out. He thought the Germans were the superior race. They deserved to rule the world. Hitler wanted to make the practice of Germany conform to the theory of evolution.
Like most things in life, you're going to have to give some evidence for that, not just some writing that says he believed in the superior race and stuff like that, because there being a superior race has very little to do with the actual idea of evolution. It's just, we're better than these people, pretty much. I mean, you could say he believed in evolution, and the idea that there are weaker people that need to be removed might be his excuse, but again, that's only an excuse. There is no telling if that's 100% why he did what he did.
Hitler offered to send the Jews to anybody who would take them. You know, Roosevelt refused to let the Jews come to America in 1938. They could have been saved, folks. Our president wouldn't let them come. Hitler's book, Mein Kampf, showed his evolutionary thinking, which he had probably since he was a boy. This guy says, evolutionary ideas lie at the basis of all that is worst in Mein Kampf. Hitler said it was the duty of the strong to trample the weak. He said, I have the right to exterminate an inferior race that breed like the vermin. Hitler said singled out the idea of biological evolution as the most forceful weapon against traditional religion. See, traditional religion, like Christianity, says nobody's better because of the color of their skin.
No, but it does say that you're better than others depending on what you believe and all that. It also has very questionable stuff in it as well, considering the fact that there's a part in the Bible where it specifically tells people who are owned to treat their masters well so that they may have a good life. This could be interpreted to easily support slavery, therefore a superior race. Or people, if you want to get more specific. But yeah, you can't just throw that in there without the whole thing and expect people to just accept it. It makes you look questionable.
Hitler didn't like that idea. He said nature doesn't like the blending of a higher with a lower race. He kept talking about Aryan blood and lower peoples. Who's a lower people, Adolf?
I'm sure to him it was just anyone who he didn't like in that moment.
Well, I found Hitler's hit list. I read lots of books about Hitler. Hitler thought the blonde-haired, blue-eyed Norwegians were close to pure Aryan, the superior race. Did you follow all that? Blonde hair, blue-eyed, Norwegian. Voor den store till dag. Ja, sure, you betcha. Oofda, hey there, fella. He thought the Germans were mostly Aryan. The Mediterraneans are slightly Aryan. The Slavics are half Aryan, half ape. Orientals are slightly ape. Black Africans, mostly ape. Jews, close to pure ape. Hitler killed the Jews because of his belief in evolution. He was trying to speed up the process, to help humanity out, get rid of the inferiors.
An interesting theory, but there's a big glaring hole here. I mean, if that's true and he really just wanted to fend out the weak, then wouldn't it make sense for him to try to exterminate everyone and not just a small group? I mean, you do point out the fact that he wasn't a big fan of other races in this later on. You say he doesn't like the black people, but I have a feeling that if he really believed the Europeans to be better to the point where everything else needed to go, he would have just tried to make everything else go a lot sooner than he did. That wasn't exactly subtle with his approach.
Hitler also hated black people. Does anybody know where the Olympics were held in 1936?
Ooh, I know this one. Hawaii.
Germany. Does anybody know who won the most gold medals?
Was it Chuck Norris?
Jesse Owens, the black American athlete.
Damn it, you thought those two would have been easy to get.
Hitler was so angry, he walked out of the stadium and said, "It's not fair to make my men race against this animal."
Yeah, that sounds exactly what I would expect a very bitter person to do. Not an evolutionist, just a very bitter person. Hey, Kent? Are you still alive with us, Kent?
Hitler said, "I think Christianity is the most fatal, seductive lie that ever existed."
Yeah, but you can hate Christianity and still reject evolution. It's not a one or the other situation. So if you're trying to frame it like that, then congratulations. You're wronger than you ever have been before. No, you're great, Kent.
Because Christianity teaches, God hath made of one blood all nations of men to dwell on the earth.
It also teaches that if you have problems with something, flood it.
If you think you are superior to somebody because of the color of your skin, number one, you're wrong. Number two, you're stupid. Number three, you're not right with God.
Okay, the first 2 points I agree with. That third one's what? You can be right with God and still be a racist. These two things are not mutually exclusive.
And I preach the same message in Georgia and Alabama and Mississippi.
Yes, I bet you are very well able to keep running your mouth no matter where you are.
And I would preach to the KKK.
I'm sorry, everyone. This was the shortest clip that I had for Kent, but it was one of the best ones I could find. I wasn't found, it was given to me, but I had fun with this one all the same. I'm going to try and knock out a few of these recordings today. In a little bit, I'll probably do Itachi versus Saitama. That's going to be a hoot. Maybe I'll live stream it. I don't know. I'll see you all later. This is Kent. This is Ken. This is Bug Spray. That's Kent. Don't be Kent.